today, as you can see from the title, our video is about introducing our new little kitty. This is Leo, to Jessie, our 6-month-old cat, and how we made them become besties.
Yeah.
Besties, proper besties.
Besties. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, the subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our weekly videos. But let's start by telling you how we got Leo.
So we were heading to Chesington, and Mummy found a video of a cat that needed a new home.
Well, you just stumbled across an advert of a kitten, which
Yeah.
is really convenient now thinking about it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that was planned or not.
It totally wasn't. Honestly, it totally wasn't. So when we saw this picture, this tiny little boy great kitten called Leo who needed a new home, and I just said to the guys in the car, have a look at this picture.
I said, I want him. I want him now. Let's get him.
When I saw the picture, I said, Mummy, if you don't get him, then I will literally never speak to you again.
The guy replied within about 30 seconds saying, did we want to come and have a look at him? But everyone knows if you go and look at a kitten or a puppy, you're going to end up buying
you're gonna
it.
get it, yeah.
We can go and see the kitten this afternoon. Do you want to leave Chesington World Adventures and go and have a look at the kitten?
Yes! Yeah, we were so excited, like, yeah, we do.
But I like to buy that cat. When we got to the house, Leo running to get us.
He's so scrawny as well, isn't he? He's like still scrawny, skin and bones.
And then these two are like this.
They were basically begging, like, please, can we get him?
And I prepped them in the car. I was like, if I get there and, you know, he looks like he's full of fleas, or, you know, it's just not going to work.
Yeah, he looks
Or he
unwell.
looks, he's like really aggressive, or he doesn't look very well. I'm going to give you this look. This means don't ask me in front of the lady because this is a no. And so they're staring at me like this.
We all held him, and he was so small. Daddy said, Emma, you have to hold him.
Yeah, I think once I'd held him and given him like a little cuddle, I was thinking,
And he
oh my
snuggled
goodness.
right in, didn't
Yeah,
he?
and I was thinking, we have to take you, like, you're ours.
I
Yeah,
said, okay, get his things.
yeah,
Let's go.
yeah.
I was like so happy. I was literally wanted to scream. Hooray.
Listen to the purr.
When we got Jessie, we actually wanted 2 kittens at the time, but the lady who we bought the kittens off actually wanted to keep one herself as well. So we were desperate for another one, but with a 6-month gap and Jessie settling in so beautifully, we were so worried about introducing them.
It's scary, isn't it?
Well, we just didn't want her to run away, like feel replaced and run away. We were really frightened, weren't we, that she would just go and not come home. When we first brought him home, Jessie was not happy.
She was not happy. She was hissing.
Her back was arched,
Yeah,
her tail was fluffy.
She went through him a few times, even when he was in a cage.
She was
It
low and angry.
Yeah.
She didn't want us to touch her, did she? Every time we tried to touch her, she would pull away. She didn't want us to go near her. We left him in the car just for 5 minutes in his cage, and we bought his bed, because he'd been sleeping in a bed. We bought his bed in so that she could smell that something was going to happen. And then we put her out in the kitchen, locked her in the kitchen, and brought him in the cage and let him come out and explore the room on his own so that he could then smell Jessie. So they both managed to smell each other at this point.
We've gone on the internet and found out how you're supposed to integrate the cat. So I'd even gone to the extent of putting a wet flannel on their cheeks and exchanging their smells just by stroking them with a wet flannel on each other's cheeks to try and get them used to each other's scent. So,
I did not know you did that.
Yeah, I did it. Yeah. That's what it said online. I was like, I'm going to do it then.
Come on, pass me a wet flannel, please.
So they actually both went up to the door, and actually then they saw each other.
That's one good thing, is having them doors.
Glass
They can
panels.
always see each other, which is, it works.
She was literally like, what's he doing in my house?
Yeah.
No, she
What's
was
he doing with
looking
my
down-
human?
Can I eat you? Can I eat you?
And she was looking down on him, and he was like,
But he hadn't long been separated from his, you know, brother's sister's mum, so he was totally chilled. He was like, yeah, whatever. He did not bat an eyelid, did he?
No, every time she hissed at him, he was just like staring at her like, I don't know what you're doing, so I don't care. You know, whatever.
So we started by introducing them, keeping Leo in his carrier. So we put him in the cage, kept him in there with a few little biscuits so that he was quite happy in there, and we let Jessie come and just smell the cage, and she hated him.
2 days in, it still wasn't working. We were a bit like, okay, we kind of figured it would just be like a switch and it would work, but it wasn't.
You just forget that she's actually only 6 months old.
We decided to go and speak to our vet and go and get some advice, and she said that it can take up to a month to integrate cats, and that it's quite normal. Jessie's behaviour was very normal, and that the aggression and the hissing and the growling is her way of communicating and dominating and saying that basically it's her house and she's the boss.
Good girl. Good girl. That's it. That's alright.
The vet said that by getting her neutered, it would calm her hormones down and probably help to accept the changes in the house. So they booked her in for the very next day to have her neutered.
We got her like a little donut head one. It was so cute. She looked so cute in it.
Because she had her stitches, we then had to keep her completely separate from him for 10 days. We did not want to stress her out one bit, so we stopped trying to introduce them. We just kept her completely safe, calm.
We paid most of our attention to her.
After school you would come straight through and go straight to her, didn't you?
Yeah.
So she didn't feel replaced.
We didn't want to put Leo's scent on us before seeing her, so we'd come home, try and see her first, so she never ever felt like second best.
Do
Well,
you
not
think
unwell,
cats
but
feel second best?
I don't know.
Threatened and jealous? Do they have those emotions?
yeah, there's
They must
definitely
do.
there's definitely a level of hierarchy, or whoever's like top and bottom, whatever, isn't there? And it did seem to calm down even through that time. She wasn't hissing as much.
They were actually trying to get to each other.
Yeah.
They were both pouring at each other.
They were both kind of like, oh, we want to see you. I want to explore this now.
We introduced them now without him in his cage, just 10 minutes at a time.
Yeah.
Really comforted her, reassured her, gave her lots of treats, lots of strokes, gave all our attention to her, and then we would separate them after 10 minutes because we didn't want them to get too stressed. And we found they just wanted to be with each other.
Constantly.
Then it was like we had separated them too much. They didn't want to be separated.
I feel like it's that, that absence makes a heart grow fonder or whatever.
Yeah.
Like it really felt like that was kind of the situation we were in. Every time I opened the door, they were just like, whoom, like
Do you
straight
know what the
together.
changing point was? She would come in, she'd be the boss. I don't know what, I think he got spooked once, and then he kind of jumped sideways, arched his back and fluffed his tail, and kind of jumped sideways like a crab, like and she freaked out and ran off.
She ran.
And that was it. I think that was when they were like, oh, okay.
This is a game of chase from both
We
sides.
can play.
Because to start with, it was always Jessie chase him, to the point where it was like, it would gain speed. So it would start off just like playing speed, I guess, and then it would get like really fast. They would zoom in all over the place. And I thought, okay, separate them now. So we'd do that, and then when he did that little freak out and sideways arch his back and please cut that out.
And then he would really play with her. So when she'd had enough, he goes up and kind of bops her and runs away like, you're it, run. She's lovely and chilled, look. You're lovely and chilled, aren't you? Hey, and this one's going to come and attack you, look. Look, he's ready. He's going. No, come on. Calm down. She's trying to have a cuddle. Come on. Come on, she's trying to chill. Little brothers, eh? Are they a pest? Hey? Here he comes. Oh, Leo. And then he became the annoying little brother.
Even though that they have separate food bowls now, they actually eat together.
Yeah.
And once while one bowl is empty, they both go together to the next bowl.
Hey, cheeky. That was Jessie's. This one is yours. That's it. Ah.
Yeah,
And then
totally.
also, Leo was under, like Logan's got this little toy car, and he was under it, and Jessie, she was just going, and he was like, but also we just still played pay loads of attention to Leo. We've been saying like we're paying all the attention to Jesse. We do still pay attention.
Oh,
to
gosh.
Yeah, of course.
Oh my gosh, we love him so
I mean,
much.
look at him. He's just like, he's just so chill.
Then we realised, having been separating them all this time, their food bowls, their litter trays, they basically were using each other's litter trays. They were basically eating out of the same bowl.
Yeah.
So I was like, why are we going to all this effort separating them?
Yeah.
They clearly love each other. The best thing to do was just to put them all together in the kitchen. So all their food bowls, their litter trays, they still do have 2 litter trays in case, you know, they need to go at the same time.
You know, it happens.
But they can pick one.
Other.
They can pick if they want an enclosed litter tray or an open space litter tray.
About 3 weeks in, we just saw Jessie she just kind of strolled in really gently and just laid kind of near enough on top of him and just started licking him. And that was like pure breakthrough.
He didn't like it to start with. He wanted a place. He was like bopping her.
He
So
was
she
trying
kind
to
of
bite her
like
cheek.
bite him a bit like, no, stay still. What's he like now, girls?
Now he just lays down.
He's like, go on, arms up, and sleep.
This is
And
great.
it sends him to sleep.
Yeah, it does. And then he licks her back now, so like, they understand the whole grooming process of being
And
like
actually,
best friends.
Earlier, they were laying next to each other, and they were actually. It looked like they were hugging each other. Like this. It looked like they were hugging each other.
It's like she's cuddling him as well. Look, Logan. So the vet was right, it's taken about 4 weeks.
Yeah, it's like
They are now the best of friends.
It's not helpful. It's not helpful. You're trying to figure out how to get in there. You two are crazy. You got this whole house and you both want to sit in the dishwasher.
Last night was the first night we didn't separate them, so we've still been separating them when we can't be with them to kind of supervise. But the night before last, I tried to separate them at bedtime, and Jessie was not happy with me.
No.
She literally hissed at me. I was like, oh, she's never done that before.
I've done this wrong.
Freaked me out, actually. She's never hissed at me. They actually want to be together.
Yeah, they want
She's
to spend
telling
it.
me off. She doesn't want to be separated from him.
And that's it. That was kind of that was the indication of saying, okay, right, we'll put you together.
And it's just reading her body language. We've had her a long time now. Like, we get her, we understand her. And reading her body language, she wants to be with him. She wants to cuddle him and lick him and cuddle him to sleep. She wants to do all those things now, doesn't she?
It's wicked, isn't it?
It's amazing.
When
She's
you
kind
see,
of like mothering him now.
and when you see them like together, when they're laying together, it's like, oh, we've made the right decision.
We got like a little cat stand for them. One of the, it's like a hammock.
Cat tower.
That way.
Cat
It's a
tower.
cat tower. There's like a small bit at the top, that's where Leo lays. And then there's a middle bit that's like bigger. And then Jessie lays there. And then Leo's just looking down, bopping her. And she's just like, stop it!
And what's our advice to people if they have got a new kitten and are trying to introduce it with another pet?
I would say, if they're kind of hissing, don't tell them off.
Small and slow.
Yeah, don't expect it to happen overnight. It's not. That's just can't. I don't think it'll happen.
Yeah, and with if it's like an older one and a younger one, and the older one isn't too sure, then just pay more attention to one of them than the other.
Yeah, lots of treats and love, cuddles and attention.
Mm-hmm.
And swapping sense of where they're living. I think that really helps because if they can then become relaxed in
With
the other
wet
person's
flannel
area,
on the cheek.
The wet flannel.
wet flannel on the cheek.
Clearly
Don't
that
forget that, guys.
obviously,
Don't
that was
forget
what did it.
That's the
But
one.
it's
Game
still-
changer.
But it's still really hard because Leo's still not allowed outside and Jessie is.
Yeah.
And she needs to have some air. Yeah, but
Some
he
air.
doesn't know about the cat.
But he's watching her.
You're trying to suss out the cat flap, aren't you? Aren't you?
In the last 2 days, he has been watching her go out that cat flap thinking, can I do that?
Ooh, I can do this. I can do this.
I can do this.
Let me do it.
Although I did let him go in the garden while I was watching him, and he put his paws down in the grass. I was like, oh! So guys, are you glad that day on the way to Chesington World Adventures, I messaged that man and said, can we have your cat?
Yes. Can we have your cat, please?
Give me your cat!
Give me a cat.
We want it. Don't forget, we read everyone's comments, so comment down below what you think of our new kittens.
Yeah. You're cute.
Thank you for watching.
Bye guys.
Bye guys.
Bye bye.